Hey there! Welcome to Mission Science Workshop. My name's Morgan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build our electric color spinner from our Project Pack 2 from our Summer Solstice Science Kit. It should be noted that included in the contents of Project Pack 2 are also the materials needed to build Project 3, which is our electric wobblebot. In order to build your electric wobblebot, you'll need to watch this video first before moving on to our next video. Before you get started, make sure you have all the materials listed on page 4 of your instruction manual. For this project, you'll need a paint stirrer, a motor with a glue stick attached to the end. Make sure that glue stick is on there. If it's not, check the bottom of your bag. It may have fallen off. You'll also need a battery pack, one AA battery, 2 rubber bands, and 2 paper clips. And last but not least, you'll need the 2.5-inch piece of cardstock and a push pin. To get started, you'll need to attach your motor to the end of your paint stirrer. To do this, make sure the motor is placed so that the flat part is on the bottom and the wires are on the top. And that little glue stick is pointed off the end of the paint stirrer. To attach your motor, wrap your rubber band around the motor and the paint stirrer several times. You really don't want this paint stirrer to move, so I recommend wrapping your motor at least 5 times. It should look something like that. The next thing you're going to need to do is insert your battery into your battery pack. To do this, place the flat side of the battery into the end with the spring, like so. Push down and press to insert the battery. The next thing you'll need to do is attach this battery with the battery pack onto the other end of your paint stirrer. Once again, you can do that by using the other rubber band and wrapping it around at least 5 times. Now, if your wire gets caught, like so, in the rubber band, don't worry about it. You can always pull it out a little bit later. Just make sure to do so gently. You don't want to pull the wire out of the battery pack. The next step is a little tricky. Using the bottom end of your paper clip, right here, wrap the wire around the bottom end, at least once or twice. So it's attached like so. I then give it a little twist just to make sure. Now I attached mine to the red wire of the motor, which means you want to attach the other paper clip to the black wire of the battery pack. If you attached it to the black wire of the motor, then attach it to the red wire of the battery pack. So always attach it to the opposite colored wire from either the battery pack or the motor. So once again, have the bottom of my paper clip. I insert that wire and I wrap it around once or twice. As I said, this is the most challenging step. Now I have a little left over, so I will pinch it and twist it a few times. Now, the next step is to wrap the other 2 ends that don't have paper clips together. Again, you can kind of pinch them together like this and then just twist a few times. And then I fold it over once for good measure. The next thing you'll need to do is get out your 2.5-inch piece of cardstock. This is where you're going to be drawing your color spinner. Included in your kit are some designs for a manual color spinner. You'll see that as an attached piece of paper with several spiral and pie-like patterns printed on it. You can use those for this color spinner by either copying them down, or you can make up your own pattern. I chose to make up my own pattern. The key is you want to have different sections of your cardstock that you can color in different colors. So for example, I have lots of different areas that I can color in different colors. In order to get your color spinner to work correctly, you want to make sure you're using primary colors only and alternating where the colors are going. So if I put a color here, I want to put a different color here, and then the same color as over here on this side. So the same color should be on the opposite ends of both sides. That should also go for any patterns you draw on the inside too. No matter what pattern you choose, remember to alternate your colors. Otherwise, the color spinner won't work as well. The next step is to use your push pin to poke a hole at the very center of your cardstock. I used an X shape so that it would be really easy for me to find the center. So find the center and poke a hole through the cardstock. Remember, don't want to poke a hole on your fingers. Now, you can attach that pointy end of the push pin into the glue stick on the end of your motor. Try to get it as straight in as possible. You don't have to push the push pin all the way in. You're now ready to test to see whether or not your color spinner works. In order to test whether or not your color spinner works, you can attach the two paper clips together and see if it spins. As soon as I touch these paper clips, it should start spinning. Let's try it out. Success! Now, if you want to keep it turned on, you can kind of loop the larger loop of one paper clip into the other loop of the other, so that it stays together. Then you can admire your color spinner for as long as you want. Notice how the outside edge of my color spinner looks orange, and the inside looks purple.